So this is the, I'll just go to all here. So this is the all-star active node list. So it's stats, S-T-A-T-S allstarlink.org. Okay, I'll give you that. Stats, S-T-A-T-S allstarlink.org. When you key that under your search engine, this is the list that will come up to you. Okay, and I'll explain each group. Now it's processing because I clicked on all rather than at 20 or 50 or 100 nodes at a time. I'm now downloading the whole system bank, and as soon as this processing disappears, I'll be able to scroll down and show you the whole system here. But there it goes. Okay, so it's downloaded and it's filled. So what you will see is a node number here over on the left-hand side. If you follow my cursor, you'll see a node number. So every node or repeater has a different number assigned to it. It's like Joe Blow has, you know, phone number 1234567, right? If you want to call Joe, 1234567, right? Call Al, 3682779. Everybody's got your own phone number. Think of your repeater or your node as having its own telephone or node number. And that's what the node number is. Now, the neat thing with All-Star Link is they put bubble maps in here. And you're thinking, bubble maps? What's the idea? We'll show you that in a minute. Then you have the node ID. So that would be the call sign of the node ID. And then basically, what is the frequency that you're operating on? And then, does it have a tone? All right, some nodes do not have tones, other have various tones. Where is it located? Fairly straightforward, it's like any other directory. What country are you in? And site name, if it has one, and any affiliation to an organization or group or whatever. Okay, so a lot of good information supplied here. So does anybody remember what Little Current's node number was? Or did you write it down? We'll see. We're going to give
it's
a test.
2359.
Oh, perfect. Okay, you get a gold star, Andy, and you get to go to the top of the class. Okay. All right. And
what? No bonus cookie?
No bonus, but Lou will send you a big prize.
Lifetime membership, eh?
Right, Lou? yeah, she's going, yeah, whatever you say, yeah. So let's go down to 2359. So we're going to go down to 2359. And there we go here, 2359. V3RQQ. 145 or 146,550 with a 156.7 hertz tone. Located in Little Current, Ontario, Canada. Little Current, and we're part of the ERA system, which not the Equal Rights Amendment, even though we agree to that. It's the Escarpment Repeater Association. Okay, so our node here is basically linked in with the group there, but it doesn't stop you from disconnecting from the ERA hub and go anywhere else in the world, right? And if you go down here, you're going to find, for instance, and I guess the best way to show you that is the map. All right, so we're going to go to a map first of all. And let me go to Asterisk up here. And I'm going to go to the All-Star node map. It's allstarmap.org for this one. So www.allstarmap.org. You want to write that one down. Now you'll notice we've got a world map here. Okay, and we've got Canada, US, North America in the center, and then we've got Europe. Now what you're going to see is a round circle with a number in it. Okay, that round circle, when we zoom in, okay, what it's going to do, it's going to break down into more numbers. All right. So let's take a look at Manitoulin Island. If we zoom in a little more, we'll notice there's a number 2 over here around Manitoulin. We zoom in a little more. Now teardrops show up. And this shows you in the north where we've got All-Star Link or Asterisk nodes. So if I click over Little Current, what happens? 2359 V3RQQ, Little Current 146,550, 156.7. It's located there. If I go up here to Greater Sudbury, 49918 V3KWN, and that's located in Sudbury. All right, so it gives you an indication now. Are Asterisk nodes more plentiful than IRLP or D-Star or System Fusion or whatever? No, it depends what clubs, what groups decide to go with it, right? So you're going to find different areas. But if you notice, we do have different systems that are around. And if I put my thing over Toronto, you'll see a number 40. If I click on that, what it does is it breaks it down in around the GTA to other numbers. 14 in the Toronto Triangle area. I click on that, and there are 14 hubs or nodes in Toronto. If I click on them, it gives you the system. This is a KE4DYI number. Now, I don't know, it's Toronto, California. I don't know if that's a mistake or what the heck that is. That could be a mistake. Do you know what that is, John? Blind Hams Hub?
Yeah, no, I think it's meant to be in Toronto. I don't know why it has
CA for
American
Canada.
call sign on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a Blind Hams net that happens on the All-Star Link.
Okay, cool. And then the next one, V1DRU in Calgary, Alberta. Well, V1 is it could be somebody that
I think
owns
they
the hub.
misentered the GPS coordinates when they registered the node number.
See, that's what happens. Yeah. Next one, V3WZW, VA3VX, V3WOO.
That's a real one.
Yeah. VA3JFW, V3OY, and V3NY. So there's quite a number, and I think there's one more underneath it. Yeah, V3OC.
There should be a YYZ in there. It's probably in the middle.
Okay. Maybe this one. No, that's OBN. OC. Let's go here. URU, Ballantree. There it is, V3.
There it is. That's our
first Canada place, right? So if you're in Toronto.
This is VT3RQQ, Complex Sound, Little Current, Ontario.
So you have an ID that goes off like that. So that's why people think we're on a repeater. This is the one that we use quite a bit from when I'm in Toronto on my conferences, or I go down to Toronto prior to the COVID. I program this frequency into my handheld, and I could talk back to our QQ here in Little Current. If somebody was on there, we'd talk like we're linked together, because this is part of the ERA hub, and we'll show you that in a few minutes. Now, somebody like you, Claude, goes to Arizona, right? All right, let's go, and we're going to zoom out, but all over the US. Let's go down to Arizona here, okay? And you're in Mesa, right?
Yeah.
Which is where?
Go up Phoenix.
There's Phoenix. And
Go up to just click on Phoenix. It'll
there's
come up.
Mesa, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So now let's take a look. Look at all the teardrops that are in and around your area.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got the KJ7DUL repeater, 434.875. Well, that's not, well, it may be a simplex node if it's in 434.
You go down to Mesa and go to East Main Street. That's right where I am.
Okay, then you've got the N9MS. It's a simplex node 446.000, and it has no tones. So you just put in
And
a
there's another one there by University Drive, Main Street to your left.
KJ7 JOE.
No, no,
on one-
further to your left. Right down by Tempe. There you go. There. That's very close to University.
N7OKN. The N7OKN backyard
tone?
repeater 440675 with a 107.2 tone. So you put those frequencies in there, hit *32359, and bang, you're connected right to Little Current. That's how simple on FM.
Wow.
Yeah. And that's if anybody travels anywhere in the U.S. If some of you go to Florida for the where are we going here? You better go up here. You go to Florida. There you go. So let's say you go down, you want to go to Disney World, Orlando. There's all kinds of teardrops down there. And, if you're in the Kissimmee area, this is in Davenport, the NW4GT on 147.555 with a 127.3. So it doesn't matter where you go or where you travel to. I mean, there are blank spots where you're not going to hit a node, but you can always get a hotspot that will do a node and connect you that way too. So, I mean, that's some of the things that we can do.
So the hotspot tree will connect to a node?
No, it's strictly on the digital modes. You need to go.
Okay.
You need to go to a Raspberry Pi and put a thing in it that way, or there's going to be something new. John, have you heard about DV switch? John, did he leave us? Oh no.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, what's the
Sorry.
protocol of using someone's personal node when they have it on?
Well, because it's published here, all right, they've made it available for people to use. Because there's a lot. If you go through here, and let me see if I can't find the
Yeah,
one.
well, John says he's got his own at home, right?
Yeah,
So if I look on the list and I happen to be near John,
and it's got turned
I
on.
can just go on. I can just go on it.
Well, technically, yeah, unless he's put a special code. The standard is *3 and *1. If John wanted to screw it up, he'd put *323 and then the node number, but you wouldn't know the 23. Like you can control it so you can make it private too.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, go ahead.
One of the nice things on the map is if you click for get connections, you can see, for instance, this is connected to something else. But if two nodes are connected,
Yes,
can a third node
absolutely.
connect to it? Because I've got Ballantrae here, and I
Yep.
was just trying to dial
Well, let's test this out. John, are you back with us?
Yeah, am I here?
Okay, yeah, you're here now. Okay, so for instance, let me go to the list here. Here.
I guess what I'm saying is it's like one big party line, I guess.
Well, yeah, the thing is about the nodes, unlike IRLP, IRLP, you can only connect node to node or node to a reflector. All-star nodes can connect to one or more nodes, multiple nodes at the same time. So if two nodes are connected together, then you can connect your node again to somebody else. And then now you're all on a big party line, like you were saying. And that's one of the things you have to watch out for. Because if you connect to, say, system A and want to participate in a net there, and then you're thinking, oh, well, here, maybe I'll just connect to system B and listen away, and you forget to disconnect from system A, well, now you've bridged both systems together unknowingly. So when you're all connected together, everybody hears everybody. So that's one of the pitfalls of the way this works.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so I clicked on the bubble map for my node here, which turns into blue. Okay, is the area. So, John, can you connect Singham or what is it, Ballantree? Is that the one you were asking, Andy?
That's the one I was listening on, yeah.
Okay, can you connect
SNM it is. and
S&M to us, John?
It's 2377.
Yeah, John knows all these.
Yes and no.
Oh.
We kind of have the
Okay.
system kind of locked down for the time being. I mean, it's because we've had some issues over the last couple of years. So we've kind of made it so that normally you should be able to link to it, but it'll refuse the connection because we've been having a lot of issues with some local problems. So it's kind of locked down for the, but typically, yeah, if you wanted to connect to something outside our system, you could easily connect to it and you should be able to do it.
Okay. All right. Well, can you connect us to the node
If you
our
want to connect to
cube?
the hub,
Yeah. Just
okay,
so
yeah,
I
I can
can
do that.
show people,
Okay, stand by.
and I'll let you listen to what John's doing. He's got neat wave files. I don't know if the by year command goes on here or not, John, but
ERA hub node. Connected to BE3RQQ, Little Current, Ontario.
okay. So he's connected the hub node. I don't think these bubbles are live, right?
No, but I think if you
uh,
do a refresh in a second or two, it should update.
There we go. Okay, so now it's refreshed. So now what we can do is we can zoom in, and I think, move this up and down here. Yeah, so the main hub number is 27288. It's the ERA hub node, okay? And it's VA3 ERA in Brantford, Ontario. So that computer is located there with a bandwidth that can handle quite a bit of activity.
Yeah, it's in a data center.
It's in a data center, as John said. So that's the main hub that the Procom net on Thursday nights at 8:30 and Sunday nights at or 8 o'clock. Sorry, Thursday at 8 and Sunday at 8. Right. This is where it connects to. Now, you were asking, Andy, can
Yeah.
the nice thing about All-Star, and correct me if I'm wrong, John, is that you can have multiple repeaters linked together versus going to a reflector and linking repeaters to the reflector to talk to one another. So
Yeah.
you can have like a party chain. So if we wanted to link just on the island here, or we could link Manitowoc, Little Current, and Espanola all together on one system.
Yeah, so
And,
maybe
yeah,
I
so-
can expand on
yeah.
that.
Go ahead.
Okay, so the way IRLP works, you can go node to node only. You can't connect to two nodes at the same time. If you want to connect to two more nodes, then you have to go through a reflector. Same thing with D-Star. With All-Star, that's not necessarily the case. It's more of a decentralized type technology. And so that, like I said, each node can operate like a reflector if you have the bandwidth, and I can connect to Al, and Al can connect to Espanola. Espanola can also chain us to somebody in Sudbury or Sault Ste. Marie or whatever, and that way we don't need a central hub to do that. So let's say if the ERA hub here is not available, well, the alternative is, well, we can just chain all the repeaters together and still get connectivity. So we're not tied to this kind of architecture like IRLP is, where we rely on a central hub. Now, we normally choose to connect them this way because of the internet bandwidth capability. There's an advantage to having many nodes connected to a central hub because of the bandwidth issue. The problem with chaining nodes together is if my node became the central point, and then Al connected to me, and then Sudbury connected to Al, and then Sault Ste. Marie connected to Sudbury. When I'm talking, I have to spend all my bandwidth sending it to Al and to Sudbury and to, so basically I have to provide all the bandwidth downstream when you chain things together. And if I don't have enough bandwidth, then you start getting packet loss. So it's good in one way, as long as you keep the number of nodes chained together to a small number based on your internet capability. And you can decentralize in this way if it's all possible, and allows you to build ad hoc networks on the fly rather than relying on third-party infrastructure other than the internet to connect everything through a central hub. So that's one of the advantages of the All-Star system over IRLP. Both systems are quite good. All-Star is a little bit more flexible in that regard. Back to you, Al.